Dears, how are you? Today we are going to discuss the next topic. How is land distributed between farmers of Palampur? How is land distributed between the farmers of Palampur? We understood that land is very important for farming. Land is very important for farming. Unfortunately, not all the people engaged in agriculture have sufficient land for cultivation. Land is necessary for cultivation, but all farmers they don't have land. They were not owning land. They don't have sufficient land for cultivation. In Palampur, about 1/3 of the 450 families are landless. 1/3 of the families they were landless. So it means 150 families they were cultivators, but they don't have any land. Especially they were the Dalit people. They don't have any land for cultivation. Then of the remaining family who own the land, 240 families cultivated a small plot of land. 240 families they own small plot of land. It is less than 2 hectares. 150 families they were not owning any land. They don't have any land. Then 240 families they cultivated small plot of land less than 2 hectares in size. Then the cultivation of such land does not bring any income for the family. They were cultivating but it is less than 2 hectares, so it will not bring any income, adequate income, necessary income for the family. An example is Gobind. He was a farmer in Palampur. Then he had 2.2 hectares of land. It was largely irrigated, unirrigated land, unirrigated land, 2.2 hectares of land. With the help of his 3 sons, Gobind cultivated in this land. So with his 3 sons, Gobind was cultivating in this field. Along with his 3 sons, Gobind cultivating this 2.25 hectares of land. Though they did not live very comfortably. They were cultivating the 4 members, 3 sons and Gobind. They were working in the field. Then also they were not living in a comfortable life. The family managed to feed itself with a little bit of extra income from one buffalo in the family possessed. They were getting a little bit of extra income. They kept, they reared one buffalo. So they were getting an additional income from the buffalo. Some years after Gobind's death, the death of Gobind, this land was divided among these 3 sons. Gobind and his 3 sons they were cultivating. Now Gobind he died. This land is distributed among his 3 sons. So each one they got 0.75 hectares of land. Not 1 hectare, below 1 hectare, 0.75 hectares of land. Can take it 75 cents. Okay, so 0.75 hectares of land. It is divided among these 3 sons. So each one they got 0.75 hectares of land. Then even with improved irrigation, when it was in the hands of Gobind, it was unirrigated land. Now with the they were using a modern method and they irrigated this land. With the improved irrigation and modern farming method, Gobind's sons are not able to make a living from their land. They were using modern method of farming and they were using irrigated this land. Then also they were not able to live a comfortable life from this land. They have to look for additional work during a part of year. If they want to live in a comfortable life means during a year, many times they want to find work in other. So it was the condition of a farmer Gobind. He had 2.25 hectares of irrigated land. Along with his 3 sons, he was cultivating, but the yield it was very less. They can't live in a comfortable life. They had one buffalo. It's giving extra income. Then after the death of Gobind, this land is divided among his 3 sons. Then they were irrigated this land. They were using modern method of farming. Then also they can't find a regular income, or they can't make a living for them. So they want to find out other works. Then you can see the picture, figure 1.5, Palampur village distribution of cultivated land. Then a large number of small plot is scattered around the village. In this picture we can see large part of in the plot, large number of small plot we can see. In this picture we can see large number of small plot around the village. In this picture, these are cultivated by small farmers. So this large, we can see small areas of land in the village. In large number, it was possessed by the poor or the small farmers. They possessed in this land. On the other hand, more than half of the area in the village is covered by plots that are quite large in size. At the same time, we can see some large area, big area. We can see a large plots that are owned by a small group of people. A large number of people, they own small plot of land, and a small group of people, they own large areas of land in size. In Palampur, there are 60 families of medium and large families who cultivate more than 2 hectares of land. First we discussed that 150 families, they were landless laborers. Then 240 families, they had land, it is less than 2 hectares of land. Then balance among the 450, balance 60 families in Palampur, they had medium and large farm who cultivate more than 2 hectares of land. A few of the large farmers have existing over 10 hectares or more. A few farmers, they had the land 10 or more than 10 hectares is the distribution of land in Palampur. So you can see in the picture the land distribution, how the land is distributed among the people in Palampur. Large number of people, they own a very less amount of land. A large group, they own small plot of land. Then among the 60 families, there were medium and large farmers. The medium farmers and large farmers. The large farmers, they own land more than 10 hectares. Next our topic, who will provide the labor? So land is over, then next labor. Who will provide the labor? As after the land, labor is the next necessary factor for production. After land, labor is the second factor for the production. Farming, it requires great deal of hard work. Without hard work, they can't produce more. So farmers, they need to work more. Small farmers, along with their families, cultivate in their own field. Small farmers, along with their family members, they were cultivating in their field. Thus, they provide labor required in the farming themselves. So small farmers, along with their family members, they were cultivating in their small plot of land. So that they need that labors only. Then medium and large farmers, they hire their rented farm laborers to work in their own field. Then large or medium farmers, they can't work in their field because they were owning large plot of land. It's medium or large land they had. So they were rented land laborers from work in their own field. Then farm laborers came either from landless families or families cultivating small plot of land. So they were getting these workers. We already discussed 150 families. They don't have any land. So they were getting these people, medium and large farmers, they were getting these people as workers. Otherwise, families, they were owning small plot of land, less than 2 hectares of land. From that family's members also they were working. So farm laborers either from the landless laborers or the families cultivating small plot of land. Unlike farmers, farm laborers do not have any right over the crops. Farm laborers, they don't have any right over the crops they produced or crops grown on the land. Instead, they were paid wage by the farmer or for whom they work. Then if farmers, they were cultivating in their own lands, means crop for them. That crop, it is their own crop. But here laborers, they don't have any right over the crops. Instead, they were paid wage. Farm owners or these rich land laborers, rich farmers, they were giving wage for them. Then wage can be either in cash or any kind of crops. Either they were getting cash or they were getting crops. Sometimes laborers get meals also. Their food also they were getting from them. The wages is varied from region to region, from crop to crop. From region to region. In one region, the wage is different to the other region. Then the crops also different from region to region, from one farm activity to another. So wage is also different from region to region. There is also a wide variation in the duration of employment. Duration, working hours also different. A farm laborer might be employed on a daily basis. Farm laborers, they were working as a daily wages for one particular farm activity like harvesting or for the whole year. Sometimes they were working in that field all year. Sometimes they need only harvesting time. Example is the Dala is a landless farm laborer who works on a daily wage in Palambur. Dala was a landless farm laborer who works on a daily wage in Palambur. This means he must regularly look for work. He was a farm laborer, so daily he want to find work. The minimum wage for the farm laborer set by the government is rupees 300 per day. It is in the case of 2017 March, 300 rupees. Then but Dala get only 160 rupees. Government fixed 300 rupees, but he was getting only 160 rupees. There is a heavy competition from the work among the farm laborers in Palambur. Many laborers they were live without land. So there is a competition among the farmers. So people agreed to work for lower wage. That's why government fixed 300 rupees. Then also he was getting only 160 rupees because farmers they were ready to work in very low wages also. Dala complains about his situation to Ramkali, who is another farm laborer. Then both Dala and Ramkali were among the poorest people in the village. So now we discuss the laborers. After land, labor is the another factor of production. So laborers in Palambur, small laborers, landless laborers is there. Then farmers they were cultivating in low area or small plot of land. They were working for the rich or the medium farmers. Then they were getting wage or crops. then their wage is different, very low wage. Government is fixed an amount 300 rupees, but they were not getting this amount because there is a high competition between the workers. At the same time, they were not getting good working condition. Then the wages vary from place to place and cross to cross. Then their working hours also is different. So the poor workers, they were facing a lot of problems in Palampur. So this topic is over. I hope you understood the topic. Okay, thank you.